Video will be going live here pretty soon. Just had a couple quick questions for a couple of you. If you are going to pop in today or not, let me get this chat popped up. So, just like I said, had a couple questions as far as what you guys want to see on the channel. So, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. So, we have a few options with these cars, and I want to know what you guys think as far as what we should do come this year. So obviously we have the Carbon Fox over here, we have the Retro Fox, and also out there we have the Calypso. We also have the 65 Fastback. So what do you guys want to see on the channel for 2022? What's up everybody? So basically I'm just asking everybody, what you want to see for the channel. And I've got a few other questions that I want to ask you guys as well. What's going on, Bill? What's up, Speed Demon? What's going on, everybody? Yeah, so this is going to be a real quick live today. There again, like, what direction do you want to see this channel heading? We've pretty much got all the cars the way that we want them. Other than the gray car will get some sort of supercharger, more than likely. And also we have the Calypso that I know, and trust me guys, I have not forgotten about the fact that you guys want to see the Calypso on the track. I get that. We will get there in due time. I've lost interest in that car at the moment, if I'm being completely honest with you. And it's going to take a lot of money to get where we want to get, to be able to hold the power to go to the track and make it worthwhile. So let me elaborate on that real quick. We've talked in the past about getting the Calypso to the track and making some passes. Guys, I want to do that more than anything. But we've got to have a fuel system. We've got to have a new clutch. At bare minimum, we've got to have that. To run any sort of really good number that we want to run with this car, it's going to need something bigger than a 70mm turbo. So that car's kind of like on hold. Think of that car as the project that at any moment can just come to life. I've intentionally left it alone. I did start on it, and then I think we got started on the gray car instead, essentially. But the green car is running good. It keeps fouling out plugs, so we're gonna have to work on the tune on that. I have to get it with Matt and see if he can figure out what's going on with that. But right now, what I want to do is, we know we're going to do a supercharger on this car, but what direction do you guys want to see me go? So here's the deal. I've been doing YouTube now for, 4 years, right? And I've covered about everything that we can possibly cover on a Fox body. A lot of the times, the stuff that I covered was early on, like when I first got started, and I hate to rehash things, but it looks like we're going to have to. There's a lot of good information stashed away in my old videos. So if you guys would like, I can kind of go back and revisit some of those. Maybe with a little bit more experience now than even what we had to start with. So I'm going to go ahead and read a few comments here, okay? I'd like to see you finish the Calypso. Yeah, I know everybody does. The Fastback. So can we just be brutally honest here for a second? The Fastback does not do good on the channel, guys. I try to be as transparent as possible. The channel relies, like all the parts that you see that are bought and paid for come from YouTube, and YouTube solely. Nothing comes out of my account, my personal account. So as bad as I hate to, when I post stuff on the 65, it doesn't do good. So the thought process with my Fastback is to get it to a point to where it looks good and it's presentable, and then hopefully more people will want to view that. As it is right now, nobody wants to see that car. I know a few of you do, but like a few hundred isn't going to pay the bills, if I'm being completely honest. So, and I love Fox bodies. Fox bodies are my bread and butter. So I guess for right now, we need to pick a Fox body that we want to pursue. We know we're getting a supercharger, like I said, on the gray car. Let me turn the camera around so you guys don't have to see me. So we know we're getting a supercharger on the gray car. That's definitely going to happen. It's been tuned by Leach Motorsports, Matt Harrison, Cody, and all those guys over there. And it will continue to be tuned once we get the supercharger. But where do we need to go as far as a channel? What do you guys want to see? Do you want more tips, tricks? Do you want to hear more of my history with these cars? If I'm being honest, I mean, we're kind of running out of topics to just talk about. You know, there's not a lot of groundbreaking stuff when it comes to Fox bodies. So, what do you guys recommend? T56, the Carbon Fox. Listen, Andrew Hanlon in the house. So shout out to Hanlon Motorsports, guys. I love Andrew. Finally got a chance to meet him at Ford Takeover. Super awesome guy. If you guys need transmission stuff, anything like that, go over and check out Andrew. He's just a good friend of mine now. He's always on the channel, always talking. So the tips and tricks, yeah. So the Real Fox Body Addicts, shout out to you, Jason, as well. You guys go over and check out the Real Fox Body Addicts over on Facebook. If you don't know, really had a great time hanging out with those guys. But with that being said, he says that he's a fan of the tips and tricks. More racing of the cars. All right, so Bill, let's go ahead and cover this. All right, let's cover this topic real quick. I know, Bill, you've been on the channel for a while and you've probably heard this a million times. Drag racing to me is like a drug, and I was once addicted. I'm trying to not be that way anymore. Racing for me is all inclusive. It's everything. Once I start doing it, just like you guys, if you race, you understand. You want to be at the track every weekend. You want to best yourself. You want to best the guy in the next lane. There are no friends. You know, when the lights drop, the bullshit stops. That's what I like to say. That's a mentality that any true racer understands. But it doesn't necessarily work with my current life and with YouTube and things like that. So I have to be very careful with going to the racetrack. I don't want it to be everything to me, because you will lose sight of a beautiful car. Let me show you guys something. As much as I love this car right here, if I take this car to the track and it doesn't run the number I want to, or there's a guy that maybe runs a similar number and he challenges me, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna go as fast as we can with this car, pretty much at any cost. Whatever we can afford, we're gonna try to make this car as fast or faster than the next guy. And you get caught up in that world, and guys, I'm so scared, I don't wanna do that. And besides that, there's always know-it-alls out there. You can't post a drag racing video without somebody telling you what you're doing wrong. And I just don't know if I want to go there. So Bill says that he loves the live feeds. I quit 15 years ago, but still love my street car and play in the street. So Bill understands. He wants to see track videos, but he also understands, you know, getting out in the streets and playing with these cars. So that's what I'm going to try to bring to you guys. I want to show you what these cars feel like in the streets, right? So we take this car in I absolutely love the way this car runs naturally aspirated. If you guys don't know, the Carbon Fox, I love it. It's not fast per se. I mean, you'll get outrun by somebody's, you know, new minivan in this thing if you're not careful. This car over here is a little more serious. This car probably makes around it's hard to say, anywhere from 420 to 460 to the tires. This car over here, and it runs really good. This car is definitely a step up for sure. We'll go ahead and walk out here, guys. While I'm trying to prove my point. The Calypso is a 347 dark block. Everything runs fine. It needs some new plugs in it right now because it's not been ran in a while. On about 5 pounds of boost, which is just turned down on wastegate. I don't know, guys. It probably makes between 460 and 500 to the tires, if I had to guess, on 5 pounds. You guys may know better. None of these cars have ever been on the dyno. I would like to get to a point to where this car works on the street and where it also works, you know, at the track. I want to get it on a dyno. I want to, you know, see what all these cars do. But like I said, if I had to guess, horsepower wise, this car probably, I don't know, makes 300. I really don't know, guys. This car's probably, let's say 440, 450 to the wheels. And that car's probably somewhere around 460 to 500 to the tires. Now Papa T's car over here, which we still have at the moment, I don't know. This car's an anomaly. I don't know. It hooks so good and runs so good, it's hard to say. I think this car will surprise you and will make you think that it makes a lot more power than it actually does. But it's probably around the 360 to the wheel mark, maybe 400. I don't know. It's hard to say. This car's on about 6 pounds of boost. So supercharged, by the way. Anyway, so there again, if you're just tuning in, where do you want to see me go with the channel? Look, this stuff's not easy, okay? Coming up with new content for you guys is not something that I can just do every single day. You know, we do 3 videos a week, and I want to try to give you as much information as I can to keep you interested in it, but there's only so much stuff that I can cover with you guys. I work a full-time job. I can't go out and make all these different events, show you cool cars all the time, and travel all over the world. Let's just be honest, okay? So with that being said, what type of information would you like to see? I'll go through and read a few comments from you guys right now. Get another bike. Oh my God, Bob, please don't go there with a bike. Man, I want a bike so bad. Love bikes, man. I used to drag race bikes a lot. Was very good at it, by the way. But that's in the past. Andrew at Handling Motorsports says, hit that like button, fellas. Absolutely. The races you and Andrew used to do was fire. So, Wade, that is something that we can start to do a little more of. Obviously, I have to be careful with that. I don't want to lose my job or anything else over us out doing things like that. But for sure, I'd like to see how the Retro Fox stacks up against Andrew's car. Now, just so you guys know, we do have some plans for Andrew's car. Let's open this up here. It's a hot mess. All right, right here, guys. Tuxedo black. We have a whole gallon. We have a half gallon of magnetic gray. So we're going to repaint Andrew's car here pretty soon. We're going to make this thing look great again. And we are also going to put the new fuel system on Andrew's car. And he's got the 5-speed, remember guys. He's got the face-plated 5-speed from Neo Mustangs, which is pretty badass. I'm not going to lie to you. It is, but he's got to learn to drive that thing as well. He's only driven it like maybe 5 or 6 times, and then the fuel pump went out on the car. So we're going to get that thing over here. We're going to work on it. Also, we've got a good friend of ours, Benny. If you've ever seen Crazy Benny, he's got Zach's Mustang, a good friend of ours. He was a mutual friend of all of ours. We lost Zach last year, and it was pretty devastating to all of us. It's been a rough, probably 8 months for us, but he now has Zach's car. So the old supercharged, Eaton supercharged Fox body Benny has now, and it needs a few things done to it. So we're going to jump on that car. I'm going to show you some more Fox body content. Don't worry, guys. But to be able to pump out the videos that we've been pumping out, you know, we have to have a new approach. I'm not going to be able to go do beautiful rolling shots and show you all the cars out drag racing all over, you know, the United States. I can't do that. But what, for you guys that watch, and there's typically about 5,000 of you guys that are going to watch about any video, and I know you're not on here right now, but what is it that you guys want to see the most of? So Donnie B says that he'll be getting with me soon. Have some stuff lined up for you. So guys, look, here's the biggest thing that's happened this year for my channel. We've always, I say always, we've worked with Anderson Motorsport for a long time. Donnie B over there. And this year we've really ramped it up. I'm still working with LMR. I work with Hanlon. I work with Silver Sport, which you think would be a conflict of interest, but it works out great. We work with Stiflers, Lincoln Electric, you name it. We work with pretty much anybody. If you're good people, we'll work with you. Okay. So that's been a huge change for our channel this year. Working with Donnie B has been just a lifesaver. So I've said this multiple times, but Donnie B was one of the guys that I watched whenever I was trying to tune my Mega Squirt, and he's really good at that stuff. So he knows what he's doing. And then he started working at Anderson, and it was just the perfect storm. So if you guys need anything, go over. Obviously, check out Anderson, check out LMR. Buy an S550 10-speed. So Tyler, I've thought about that. I really, really have. I thought about buying a new Mustang. Obviously, the channel will have to pay for it. That's not something that I can just come out of pocket, you know, for. I don't know. I'm scared because I don't want to bring in the S550 crowd as a whole. There's some really good S550 guys out there, and there's some really terrible ones out there as well. And I don't want a bunch of trolls on my channel. So that's something that I've thought about now for about 3 years. I don't know, just different, right? And I don't want that to be the case with an S550. So what are your thoughts on S550, guys? Neo Mustang's in the house. Hey guys, check out Neo. He will be going live tonight, I assume. I haven't talked to him. But I think Neo usually goes live here in about an hour and 30 minutes. Something like that. Street bike. Hey guys, please. If you want to see a bike, I would buy a freaking bike in a heartbeat. If you want to see your boy Brutal do his thing on a bike, I will buy a bike. And there's very few things I will brag on myself on, but riding a bike, drag racing, foot shifting a bike is one of those things that you got to come with it if you're going to run with your boy Brutal. I would definitely buy another bike, for sure. But I'm sure most of you guys don't want to see that. But I mean, like, drag racing. I will lose my mind and go to the track and we will drag race every freaking weekend if I get another bike. That's what's going to happen, just so you know. I try to get away from that. What's going on? We got Foxcast Media in the house. I'd rather see an S197 over an S550. Get a Ninja 650. No, we won't be doing that. Buy a Rough Fox and do a complete junkyard build, rat rod style. Real Fox Body Addict says. That's something I thought about. Here's the issue that I run into. Knowing that I can paint and I can do my own stuff, it's really hard for me to take a car and rat rod it. I love to look at your cars that are rat rodded. I love it. I think they're some of the coolest things out there in the world. But for me, knowing that I can paint this thing, it's very, very hard for me to do. What, baby? Memphis needs help. See, guys, this is as live as it gets. Kids are out there in the camper. What does she need, baby? The TV? Oh, well, y'all, you're fine. Look, this is what I'm talking about. Look at little Sassy. Look at her. Go in the camper. Y'all go play. So the kids are out in the camper just kind of playing with the neighbors. But getting back to that, I have the SM car. If you guys didn't see the video, I do have an SM car that we can get. I would really like to do that, but it's a 97. So if I did it, we would just go carbureted on the car. So that's something that we may do as well. Get a roller and start from the beginning, guys. I've done that. Mark, I've done that. My channel is so weird because, guys, I have done a lot of the stuff that you want me to do. I've built cars from nothing. The Calypso was built from nothing but a piece of crap that should have been crushed, and we built it into what it is. The Retro was just rough. The guy told me when I bought it, I think I paid $4,500 for the Retro over here. And when I bought this car, the guy told me that the motor was trash. It needed to be rebuilt. That's why he let me have it for $4,500. Literally, the PCV system was pretty much stopped up on it, and it needed some valve cover gaskets and things like that. That's the same engine that was in that car the day that I bought it, and we're on 11 pounds of boost, and it's not missed a beat yet. So stock bottom end, I was told this thing needed to be rebuilt. Guys, I've done all of this stuff. I've done it. Pretty much other than building a dedicated drag car on this channel, we have done it. If you don't know that we've done it, then you need to go back and watch some of the older videos. I don't know where else to go. I really don't. I'm kind of in that weird spot. We're going to continue to make videos because I've got stuff that I want to tell you guys, but nothing is as groundbreaking as it used to be 3 or 4 years ago. I'm sure you guys can understand that, and you've probably already noticed. So I would love to say the Arctic Fox could use some love. Let me read this comment, guys. It's kind of hard to do here. I would say that the Arctic Fox could use some love, but I didn't take... Yeah, so here's the deal with James on that. Andrew is still considering selling his Notch. Andrew is basically an entrepreneur. This youngin', I'm telling you guys, has got his head on straight. He really wants to do some things. He wants to buy some property and things like that. So I don't know what the fate of the Arctic Fox is. We're not coupe lovers. We appreciate a coupe, but we're not like in awe over them like the rest of the internet seems to be. So to us, it's just another Fox body. But we do realize that if you wanted another coupe, it would be really hard to come by. I would love to have a coupe for the channel, but I just can't. I can't pay the money for one. So looks like we're where we are right now with what we have with the GTs and stuff. Hatchback for life. Yeah, I do love my hatchbacks. I love a coupe as well. I give everybody a hard time about them, but I do love a coupe. Old carb 4-eyed Fox setup, maybe. Yeah, that's a good idea. All drag SN95 setup. Exactly. Who knows when he'll find another clean coupe like that. Yeah, Colton, that's the issue that we're running into right now with him wanting to sell that car, is if he wants to come back in 5 years and get another coupe, he's kind of screwed. Well, really any nice clean Fox body for that matter, I think you're going to kind of find yourself in a mess. Do a SN95 on airbags. That would be pretty cool. 351. Okay, all right. Here's something good. All right, let me turn the camera around. So Birchfield Machine says 351 swap a Fox. Would you guys like to see that? That is definitely something that we can do. My thoughts here are this. Let me back up so we can see. My thoughts are this. This car over here can get a 351 Windsor in it. And guys, I'm talking stock bottom end stuff, okay? So let's don't get carried away with strokers, with aftermarket blocks. We're talking stock block stuff, stock bottom end stuff, maybe just change the pistons out, okay? Or this car over here. This car will have a supercharger on it more than likely this year, okay? So both of these cars supercharged right here. This car over here has a lot more head on it. This has Canfield heads. This car over here has SVE heads. B-cam, Anderson N412 cam. So what would you guys like to see done? Or would you like to see me just throw a junkyard Windsor in one of these cars, 351, let me be specific. I know they're all Windsors, but throw a 351 in here, maybe throw some trick for the pistons, 30 over, throw a really serious cam in one of these things. Is that something you guys would like to see? Nitrous drag car. Guys, I wish I could do that for you. I'm not a drag car guy. If my car can't take me to the grocery store to go get groceries, I don't want to drive it. So here's the deal. I'm just going to be as upfront with you guys as I can. If you're here hoping that I'm going to build a drag car, you probably just never need to watch my channel again. I don't do dedicated drag cars. I've been around them my whole life, but I've never understood the lure when it comes to a dedicated drag car. If I have to load it on a trailer to take it somewhere, no. Now, if you mean a street car that can also go to the track, sure, we can do that. Yeah, there you go. So just let me know, what you guys want to see. Make a 6th Street. You guys really seem to like the SN stuff, so that's pretty cool. So OG Superfly Garage says stock bottom end, high performance. We might be able to do that. Dude, I really enjoy a 351 install. Coyote swap. So Fox GT, we don't really do the Coyote swap stuff here. FYI, Andrew is looking into the possibility of doing a Coyote swap on his car, so that may be coming. I don't know anything about it. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. I know nothing about Coyote swapping anything. I would really have to hit up Dover and Caleb to get the inside scoop on it. I've never looked it up. I've never researched it or anything. But Andrew wants to eventually Coyote swap his black car, so that may be something that will come on the channel at some point. A big block and a Fox. Yeah. Now we do have the ability to do that. We've got a 429 that came out of it's a 429 Police Interceptor. It came out of an old police car. We have an extra 460. We have some Dove heads for 460. We have Police Interceptor heads for 460. We have a couple of 351 non-roller Windsors over there. We have 2 Cleveland engines. One, it was a race engine, but I probably would never use that. I don't know. Now, there we go. So Fox Drop says 3.5 Ecoboost on E85. That's what I want to do. But I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know if the damn thing will fit. Has anybody seen a 3.5 EcoBoost in a Fox body? A 3.5 EcoBoost. Do more motivation rants? Yeah, we can do those. I have to keep myself motivated as well. Hold on. You got a 460 boat anchor laying around. Yes, Andrew, we've got one of those boat anchors laying around. Hey, those things make a really quick, like badass stroker. You know, that's the thing about a 460. If you want to make a serious stroker, you can take that 460, man, and make you a 5 something stroker. No big deal. Ecoboost would be super cool, man. I know that there's an Ecoboost, but it's the 2.4 or 2.3. What is that small one that they put in the thing? House of Dula is doing one, but he's not doing a 3.5, is he, guys? Or is he doing a 3.5? I've watched a little bit of it. He's doing a 2.7. That's what I thought. Okay, so Jesse L says he's doing a 2.7. They go as small as a 1.5, 302 base, or 351 Windsor. Smacky's Garage, what's up? 2.3. Before I kind of swap my car, I really consider eco-bomb swapping my car. So Andrew even thought about it. They make really good freaking power, guys. My truck is stupid impressive. My F-150. All it's got is a 5-star tune and a cold air kit. I forgot which one I used. But that thing is freaking nasty. It'll almost outrun this car right here. It's close. This car will eventually come around it. But guys, that's also a heavy truck too. I would love it. I absolutely would love it. I love my Ecoboost, guys. I know a lot of you like the Coyotes, and I was there with you, but this truck right here with a 3.5 in it is disgusting. It's nasty. And tune for tune, guys, I hate to say it, and it's not because I own one, but tune for tune, this 3.5 will outrun that 5.0 all day long. That's just facts. I mean, I'm not trying to poke fun. I mean, it's just the way that it is. So I would absolutely love to do that, throw one in there. Now I understand once you throw a supercharger or turbo on a 5.0, it's game over, but I just mean tune for tune. Didn't Lamar do an eco? Yeah, guys, as far as I know, nobody's done a 3.5, and it may be because they physically just don't fit right, because they are pretty big engines. So they may not just fit right in here. I'm not sure. But let's get back to, I'll go back and read the comments. But if there's anything, if you guys just tuned in, if there's anything that you want to see me do, what is the direction that this channel needs to take this year? What do you want to see me do, guys? We've covered about everything that you can possibly think of on this channel. And I just want to know what you want to see, because if you don't want to watch it, then what's the point, right? There are certain avenues that I won't take, which is a dedicated street car, dedicated race car, I should say, and a few other things. But if you want to see it on the channel, I'll try my best to go back, and if I need to rehash a few things that we've already covered with tips and tricks. I know a lot of you guys have asked about the ground effects, how to straighten those out, and I didn't do a very good job last time of covering that. So, but Godzilla, yeah, air suspension. Papa T Resto. All right, so Gary James says a Papa T Resto. Okay. I think something along those lines is probably going to be about the most realistic. I think it's to, here's the thing, guys. I have no more room left in my shop or in my yard for any more builds, me personally. I just don't. I mean, my dad's car has sat outside now for about a year, and it's taking its toll really quickly on his car. So we need to cut the roof off this thing and do a few things to it. And I know you guys want to see that type stuff. So maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's it. Just continue to bring cars in through the channel. Here's what I will not do. I'm going to say this, and yes, I could change my mind, but something that I've never wanted to do. Thank you so much, Nose. But something that I don't want to do is start to take on like customer cars and things like that. I can't do that. If I put all of my work, my time into these cars, I can't let them go. I just can't. You know, I know a lot of people say, well, take a subscriber's car and redo it. I can't. It takes so much time away from my family that if I dedicate that much into one of these cars, it's a part of our family. You know, and I can't see it. I can't let it go. And what you guys don't understand is the late nights and all this stuff. When I paint a car, because it's not perfect, I have to go out and I have to wet sand these things. I have to work on them for weeks and weeks and weeks to get these things right. And you don't see that. There's a lot of work that goes into that. Oh, hold on. I got to get my neighbor on live. What you bring me? Hold on. What you bring me today?
14 stick.
pork quesadilla.
I pulled a bud at one last night. Yeah.
Oh, I know it's really good. Guys, I wish, Lord, he needs to open, you need to open up somewhere where we can go buy the stuff.
Look, you sponsor me, and I'll have any show you go to. I'll put a food truck, whatever we have.
We got to get this man a food truck. Y'all, seriously. Jared, my neighbor, oh my God, guys. It's still, hold on. Y'all can take a second. You can take a second to see what he brought me here. Look, this man cooked some stuff. Look at this. This is pork butt quesadilla. I got to try this live on camera. Hold on. Oh my God. Lord. Somebody sponsor this man. Get him a food truck or something. Jared, that's awesome. Well, as usual.
I almost threw the pork butt away. I'm not going to lie. So
Ooh,
I'm
that's
happy
good.
with it, but it turned out okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. He does a fine job. He's always dropping something off whenever he smokes a grill or something like that. He'll drop something off. Man, that's freaking amazing. Thank you so much, Adventure. But anyway, guys, getting back to what we were talking about, I think that maybe that is the answer, right? We just continue to move cars through. So we got Benny's car, we've got Andrew's car. I always feel like it needs to be one of mine, but it doesn't have to. And we've reached a point to where we can't have any more cars in the yard. My wife is just not going to have it. I'm not selling anything, and I don't intend on ever building subscriber cars and things like that. I just can't. It takes too much time to do, and it always puts a strain on my family each time I do this. But here's the deal. We don't have to fully restore another car. Papa T's car doesn't need to be fully restored. It needs to have the top redone, maybe just tweak a few things and paint it, right? He can handle most of that, but I can take you guys along for the ride to show you. Andrew's black car is gonna need a pretty good restoration, exterior and interior, but that's no problem. There again, he can do a lot of the work, and I can video it for you guys. Thank you so much, Nose. He says, I have a 2000 F-150 Roush would lightning wheels or Harley wheels look tacky on it. I can't seem to find the original Roush wheels for it. So you have a 2000. No, man. I actually like the Harley wheels. The Harley wheels look really good if you get the truck sitting right. I like those. But no, I don't think it would look tacky, man. The Roush wheels look good as well. Yeah, man. We've got to get back there again at Adventures with Super Dave. We have to get back to the 65. That's got to happen. But so here's the deal with the 65 and why I've been taking my time with it. That car means a lot to me, but at the same time, I'm not as proficient with those generations as I am the Fox bodies. With the Fox bodies, I can make a list immediately, and there's like about 30 or 40 things that I can write on a piece of paper immediately and know that I need to order. It doesn't work that way with the 65. Yes, I used to work on this car when I was a teenager, but I didn't know the ins and outs of them, right? So I'm having to learn every little piece and part of these cars. Also, the 65 is going to cost a lot of money when we get to the interior of this thing. I mean, we're looking at probably bare bones $4,000 to do the interior on this car, and that's us doing the work ourselves, guys. So the 65 is going to be one of those lingering projects that may get done this year, or it may not. I honestly don't anticipate it getting done. We have a lot of other Fox body stuff that we need to cover with Benny's car, with Andrew's car, with my dad's car, but we will see. We will absolutely work in some 65 content. But anyway, look, we can go back and we can cover a lot of older videos with some of the stuff that I've talked about in years past, because one of the issues that I ran into when I first started the channel, sorry guys, it is hot out here. I'm sweating my butt off. I know I look crazy. That will burn up. But one of the things where I kind of messed up in the beginning with the channel was I knew, being new to YouTube, that I couldn't title something very straightforward, like how to straighten your ground effects. So I learned very, very quickly that I needed to title my videos in a different way to get views. Not clickbait, but just title them differently. Well, the problem is that they're hard to search. So if you guys are going back and trying to find some of those old videos on how to straighten ground effects or how to do this or that, a lot of that stuff is just really, really hard to find depending on how tight. For sure, regardless, I'll be watching. Yeah. If you have any questions. So Mustang Guy 6501 says if I have any questions regarding the 65 to let him know, he could help me out. He obviously knows a lot about those cars, and I know there are others of you out there that know about these cars. For me though, I really don't. I know some, don't get me wrong, but I just don't know them like I know the Fox bodies, obviously. We will get to it. Guys, it's like I told you all before, and you can help me out. And this is what I ask of you guys. When things go astray, I kind of look to you guys to help me explain to people, because I can't answer every comment. When people want to know why we aren't doing this and why we aren't doing that, I kind of look to you guys to maybe explain it. If you see a comment like that, let them know. Look, man, he's just taking a break from that. He's working on this or working on that. Because I don't want to do anybody wrong. I know you guys are very supportive. You've been with me for a long time, and I really do appreciate it. And I don't want to let you down, but here's the issue. Sometimes I just got to do what I got to do, and it's not a 65 fastback most of the time, it seems like. But we will get on that car. I do love it. But just help me out in the comments is all I'm saying. Shane Bowers, a good friend of mine, says PFO content. So Shane, I did get the new PFO shirt. So Brandon hooked me up with that. It's pretty cool. It's good to see those again. And yes, we do. Shane, get up with me sometime here in the next couple days, and let's see if maybe we can't put together a PFO Mustangs event. That's something that I could do. I have a few videos still left on YouTube from back in like 06 where I shot some old PFO Mustang videos and things like that. They're basically just compilations is all they are. We didn't talk to the camera like we do now. But yeah, I could post some of those up for you guys and show you what we used to do back in the day. Yes, great meeting you at FTO. Hey, great meeting all of you guys. If I got to meet you at FTO, thank you guys so much for showing up. That was awesome. It was a great event. I look forward to it every year. It's probably the only event that I can make it to. But 5 lug swap would be cool the budget way. Yeah, Stephen King, that may be something that we do. I've got my zip ties. So, all right, so here's the deal, Lewis. I need to cover that. So our shirts, our new shirt design, not this one, that says built with quality, was supposed to say with zip ties and duct tape down over here in the corner. Yeah, well, that didn't happen. And I kept saying it in the live streams and in the videos, I'm referring to this. And then I got to looking at the shirt, and I'm like, where's it at? I know I photoshopped it right here. Well, it was missing. So we may do another run of those shirts, guys, and it'll be on there. But essentially, we had the little zip ties and duct tape over here, so you got the reference. But yeah, cleaver, yes, man, a cleaver would be awesome. I did notice. Yeah, so Lewis says he did notice that. Yeah, man, it was missing out of there. Sorry, my bad, guys. I know, right? So Foxcast Media in the house, and he says, hey, man, let's go back to 4 Takeover. That was so freaking epic. 4 Takeover kind of changed the way that I thought about the way that I video and the way that I do things. Something as simple as a burnout really brought the crowds in. It brought everybody together, and I love the atmosphere. As we get older, we tend to scoff at something like that, right? Oh, a burnout. Everybody's seen a burnout. Who cares? Well, do a burnout parking lot and watch. Everybody's going to go like this. There's a wrong way and a right way to do it. We did it the right way. Well, I kind of did get a little sidetracked, a little carried away, but we did it the right way, though. But what that did was that taught me that we're all human, and we have to remember to stop being adults sometimes. Be that little kid that just likes the way a car sounds, or likes the way a car looks, or likes the fact that it did a burnout. It doesn't have to go down the track and produce the best ET or the best mile an hour or outrun this guy or that guy. That is really not what matters to a lot of us. It's seeing these cars in action and watching somebody get hyped over a freaking burnout on a side street. I got as hyped as I ever have over something as simple as that. So here's the deal, guys. I always say this, you need to be self-aware. There's a difference between self-aware and woke. You need to be self-aware. And you need to know that these things are still okay to do. you need to know that you like them and that you want to see them and that it's okay. And don't worry about the fact that it's lame or because somebody said a burnout's lame, right? And that's not cool anymore. No, it is. It is. If somebody was to start doing a burnout right up the street up here, I would find a way to go over there and watch it. So my point is this. FTO taught me to just relax a little, show you guys what these cars can do. Rev them up. Race them in the street, race them at the track, do a burnout in the parking lot or in your driveway or whatever the case may be, because I know I like watching it, and it's so easy to forget that we enjoy that type of stuff. So that's all it is. Look, guys, we're coming up on an hour here. We're at 40 minutes, and I didn't want to take a lot of time up. Yeah, man, Fox Farmer says that FTO was the stuff, and it was. Yes, one thing that you can bet on all of our channels, guys, we try to keep it real. Myself, Neo, Foxcast, Blue Oval, Fox Chamber. I mean, the list goes on. We all actually talk. We talk on the phone. As a matter of fact, I'll probably talk to Neo and Caleb tonight on the phone. We're kids at heart. We really are, just like you guys. And we want to show you what you want to see, but you have to be vocal about it. Don't be a troll. Let us know what it is that you would like to see, and we'll do our best to try to put that information out there for you guys in those videos, okay? So that's really what this is. I'm going to go back and read through all of these comments and see what you guys are saying that we need to do for the channel. My kids are starting to get rowdy. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up so you guys can check out Neo's live stream coming up here pretty soon. But thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you in the next one. And as always, thanks for watching. And here we go.